Free money for all my friends. Historic action taken by the government fueled a historic day for stocks. Tesla's up huge. But is it a trap? I'll tell you what I'm seeing and what my game plan for Tesla stock is for this week. And you can copy off my paper right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to cover the huge week that just happened. What are the key takeaways from the week? And I will lay out my strategy for the coming week. And if you're like me, not the coolest kid, or you got a crooked head like I do, but you're interested in building real wealth alongside a real person, not some dude with a rented Lambo, then go ahead and subscribe, hit that little notifications bell, and while you're down there, go ahead and give the video a like as well. I won't lie though, if we do grow this channel and I can buy a Lamborghini, probably just let you guys pick the car or the color or something. But don't pick white. Nobody likes white Countachs, no. So let's recap the prior week. Monday, the Dow was down almost 600 points. Tuesday, the Dow was up 2,112 points. Wednesday, up again almost 500 points. Thursday, another up day at 1,351 points. And Friday ended down over 900 points. With the best day in market history, let's do some super technical analysis. So Tuesday gave us the best day in history with that $2.2 trillion stimulus bill finally getting worked out. And here, let's throw up a graphic right there so you can see what $2.2 trillion looks like. Actually, looking at that, I actually thought $1 million would look like more, but it actually doesn't look like that much. At least when it's laid out in cash like that. But look at that compared to the $1 trillion one. Seeing it scaled out like this shows how much money it really is. That's ridiculous. That's the analysis. So what are the takeaways from this past week? For me, there are three big takeaways from the week. First, historic action was taken with the stimulus bill. I still can't say the word stimulus right half the time. I don't know why. I actually think they floated the $1 trillion amount the week before just to see the market's reaction. And the market reacted the same way they have been reacting since all this downturn started. Yeah, they gave it the big finger, yeah. So over $2 trillion is what they went with instead. What a huge bump that provided. The Dow had its best day in history. Tesla jumped up over $100 per share for the week. The next bull run has started. Jar Jar Binks doesn't suck. Let's have a parade. Wait, it's a trap. There are lots of people out there calling this week a classic bull market trap. And I agree with this being a bull market trap. And have been saying so ever since I heard the stimulus idea was being floated out there. With the market being in the free fall it was in, a free fall we've never seen before, they're looking for anything to jump on. And $2 trillion is a great reason to jump. And then there were plenty of people ushering in the next bull run, or saying we're at the bottom. And I actually made a video about this last week, so check it out. But, you know, after you finish this video, then check it out so we don't screw up the algorithm. But when people start thinking that way, I'll just ask you, what has changed with the, illness? Is this stimulus bill going to have all these businesses magically open again? Is school back in session? Unemployment going to drop back down? And speaking of unemployment, the unemployment numbers this week were insane. Unemployment claims skyrocketed to 3.3 million for the week. That number crushes the highest number ever. It's far worse than anything we experienced during the Great Recession. Look, I'll prove it to you. Here's the chart that shows the Great Recession and then last week. Look at that straight red line straight up. It doesn't even make sense. Nobody's ever seen anything like that before. However, it didn't seem to affect the rally at all. We knew it was going to be bad, but stocks just continued to go up. With everything I read and saw, basically the number was just so bad, investors just went, whatever, because they just can't even quantify what just happened. You can't even fathom that kind of a move. So to me, it's an ominous warning sign of what's out there. But unemployment is going to be a huge story moving forward if it continues to be this bad. Bottom line, this week we got our bang. Is there any news that can be bigger than 2.2 trillion? Oh, and by the way, I'm trying to hit 2.2 trillion subscribers. So please subscribe now and hit that little notifications bell. And if you're already subscribed, great. Then just hit that like button and let me know that you're enjoying the content. And it also tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content. Hey, I don't make the rules, YouTube does. My strategy for the week. Copy off me if you like. I'll be paying attention to this week is how the market digests the slashing of 75% of the Nevada Gigafactory staff. That pretty much offsets any increase in productivity in the Shanghai factory. And if you look at any manufacturing facility, there is a max capacity. It's not infinite. Shanghai can only go so high before it cannot produce any more. I think the investors are going to take this as negative despite the increase in activity in China. So Tesla gained huge this week on the government stimulus. Is there any part of the actual stimulus bill that will actually help Tesla over the coming months? Thinking about this a little more and trying to look at it a little deeper, it's not like if you get this check, you can now afford a Tesla. Hey, I wish that was the case. It'd be really, really cool, but the dollar amount just isn't enough for people to jump out there and buy a Tesla. And even if they did give you enough money to buy a Tesla, or you're going to use this money for a down payment on a Tesla, we're still weeks away at a minimum from seeing that money hit people's accounts. Oh, and by the way, when people do get their checks, what are people going to do with them? Are they going to save it? Are they going to spend it? Are they going to invest it in Tesla stock? Who knows what people are going to do with the money, but I have this feeling it's not going to get spent the way we think it's going to get spent. And unfortunately, now here in the US, we are the epicenter for the virus. And speaking of negative news, I think the market is also going to react poorly to the unemployment numbers this week. And if it's as shocking as this week's numbers, I think the hit is going to be huge. It's going to solidify to most investors that last week wasn't just an anomaly like many had chalked this week up to be, but this is actually happening, and that actual line on the chart is real. So once again, I see no reason to jump in and buy Tesla stock this week. The next thing you need to do is click this video right there to get more details on my strategy for buying Tesla stock in this market. And don't forget to click on the little logo to subscribe so you don't miss another video. And if you want to let me know you enjoyed the content, make sure you like the video as well. Thanks.